All right, so the news is out. Donald Trump was arrested, and I haven't seen anything on this. I don't know what's happening. To be honest with you, I don't know why he was arrested. To be honest with you, I have no idea why he's arrested. I haven't looked at anything. I don't have an opinion on it yet. But as a former Trump voter, well, I'll say I voted for him in 2016, right? And I voted for him again at the next election. You're looking at a Hispanic who voted for Trump. Oh my God, right? Surprising. Let's watch this. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to react to this. I haven't seen anything. Let's get this party started. So here we go. Here we go. We'll watch this one here, okay?
Yeah, Jason Wheeler joins us in studio with a look at more on what happened today.
Yeah, this case, of course, has been in the making for years, Chris and Izzy. No cameras were allowed there during the arraignment today, but we did get more information today about the charges in this case. But we still don't have all of the details here, so we're going to see more, of course, as this case now proceeds. However it all goes from here, though, this is already one for the history books.
A historic moment. For the first time ever, a former president of the United States turning himself in after being indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. Former President Trump facing 34 counts of falsifying business records stemming from an alleged 2016 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump reportedly claiming the payment as an ordinary legal expense.
Prosecutors will say that this was a payment made to help his campaign. The reason you can elevate it from a misdemeanor to a felony is by saying that the falsification of the business records was done in an effort to conceal another crime.
The former president and now criminal defendant walked the halls of the New York State Supreme Court escorted by the Secret Service. Prior to his arraignment, Mr. Trump prepared with his lawyers inside Trump Tower, one person describing the former president as resigned to the fact that this day has finally come. He was arrested, fingerprinted, and processed, appearing before Judge Juan Merchan, whom the former president has repeatedly attacked as a Trump-hating judge. Comments, some say, is a legally risky move and an accusation that his own lawyer wouldn't repeat.
No, I don't believe the judge is biased. I mean, the president's entitled to his own opinion.
Video cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom.
My biggest thing is, why would you hire a lawyer that doesn't have your back? You know, you at least want to hire a lawyer that's going to have your back. I've seen lawyers that talk, like, defend people like murdered, and they're like, no, my guy was freaking, what do they say? Like, insane or I forget what they say. But they typically say he's not mentally stable or mentally ill. But the fact that, like, the lawyer doesn't want to defend him, like, bro, what the heck? But there's more to say here. Let's just finish it up.
But the judge did permit still photographers to take pictures before the unprecedented arraignment began. The former president pleading not guilty to all charges. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg then breaking his silence after the arraignment.
34 false statements made to cover up other crimes.
And just outside the courthouse, hundreds gathered in dueling protests.
Now, people close to the former president tell ABC News he wanted to just get this over with and return to Florida as quickly as possible. Again, he is already slated to give remarks at Mar-a-Lago later tonight. Chris and Izzy.
See, here's the thing that I'm reading into this, and I'm going to go into the comments here just to see what people are saying about this. And then I'm also going to look at just kind of do some Googling, okay, or some research, some good old Gen Z Googling. I'm going to look into this just to see what is going on here. But first of all, I gotta say that I personally think that Trump's gonna walk away with this unscathed. This is my personal opinion, and the reason why I think like this is because, one, if you look at his demeanor, Trump's a very smart man. If you say what you will, he's a very smart businessman. So he always has 5 steps ahead planned out. And so when I see this, I'm like, okay, you had during his 2016 election, they were saying some crazy stuff that he said about women. They were slandering him. Media had nonstop been coming after him since he left being the president. And so when I see this, the judge is obviously having his own bias. I personally don't see any, like he said, I have bias against Trump, right? Or at least Trump said this is a Trump-hating judge, right? But one, it's in New York, which is a liberal state. Number two, they don't like Trump. They've been trying to take out Trump since he started running for president, even prior to that. But they've been trying to take out Trump for years. This is not a new thing. They impeached him, right? They were trying to take him down during his election. I am not surprised that they went this far. And I don't know the evidence of, the hush money between Stormy Daniels. I personally, as a Gen Zer, to be honest with you, have no idea. And that may scare you, like, oh, well, Chris, how can you form an opinion? Or, I think that's awesome that you're ignorant. Or I don't know what your opinion is. But here's my personal opinion. I personally think that Trump had a very successful term. As crazy as it was, right? I think he had a very successful term. That's my personal opinion. My personal opinion is things like Ukraine, things with Russia, things with China would not be happening under this current administration. You may like it, you may not. I would be open to your opinion below. But as I look through this, let's look at some comments. Wow, 34 felonies sounds serious. Why are they still waiting until 2024 to start a trial? Like, exactly. Why are they waiting until 2024 to start any type of trial? Like, it's all timing. Has anyone seen what's going on with the petrodollar, media-driven political theater, scam? This door didn't smack him hard enough. Okay, someone hates him. I'm just surprised. Well, it's ABC, but I'm surprised that this station didn't mute the comments, and there's only 8 comments, so apparently nobody cares. Look, only 2,000 views, so nobody really cares, and this was 7 hours ago. So honestly, nobody cares. But if I go here, we're gonna search. We're going to watch this New York Times video, or this article. Former president faces 34 counts in connection with a hush money payment to a porn star before the 2016 election. Charges represent the culmination of a nearly 5-year investigation. Donald Trump pleaded not guilty on Tuesday to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree, all of which are tied to the former president's role in hush money payment to a porn star, Stormy Daniels. But prosecutors in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office accused of Mr. Trump of orchestrating a broader scheme to influence the 2016 presidential election by purchasing damaging stories about him to keep them under wraps. The defendant, Donald J. Trump, falsified New York business records in order to conceal an illegal conspiracy to undermine the integrity of the 2016 presidential election. One of the prosecutors, Chris Conroy, said at Mr. Trump's arraignment, "Here are the answers to some of key questions that have arisen from Tuesday events." What is Mr. Trump accused of? They trace back to a $130,000 hush money payment that Mr. Trump's fixer, Michael D. Cohen, made to a porn star, Stormy Daniels, in the final days of the 2016 campaign. The payment, which Mr. Cohen said he made at Mr. Trump's direction, suppressed her story of a sexual liaison, whatever, hate in the comments, she says she had with Mr. Trump. While serving as the commander-in-chief, Mr. Trump reimbursed Mr. Cohen, and that's where the fraud kicked in, prosecutors say. In internal records, Mr. Trump's company classified the repayment to Mr. Cohen as legal expenses, citing a retainer agreement. I don't know what that means. Yet there were no such expenses, the prosecutors say, and the retainer agreement was fictional as well. Whose records underpin the 34 counts of falsifying business records. 11 counts involved checks, 11 center on monthly invoices. So essentially, he's trying to hide the fact that he hushed Stormy Daniels, and he's using that as business expenses. But that's what people are coming after. And the felony is falsifying business records, can be charged as a misdemeanor offense to elevate it to a felony. Do prosecutors need to convict Mr. Trump of a second crime? So obviously this is in court, but honestly, I think we're going to forget about this. This is just going to be one of those things that we're going to walk away personally. And I'm not saying that because I like the guy. I'm not saying that because, I'm going to vote for him in the next election. But I'm saying that as, sure, why not? Maybe, I guess. But I'm personally saying this because if I look at what's going on with their country, I personally don't think, based on his leadership, things wouldn't be happening the way they're happening right now. And this is what I'll say, okay? I personally don't like this administration as a Gen Zer. And the reason why I can confidently say that is because I don't like the direction of the company. You can tell I'm in business, right? I don't like the direction of the country where it's going. I don't like what our principles and values are standing for in America. There was an article recently released, I think by the Wall Street Journal, where patriotism is down, belief in God is down. What else is down? But not the love for money, the need to make more money is up, right? But from my experience being in business, all of those correlate to God and our country's values and principles. There's a reason why our country is the way it is for history, right? And you may say America sucks, whatever. I think it's the greatest country in the world. I'm third generation Mexican American. My family chose to be a part of this country at some point, right? At some point we decided. I don't know the reason why, because it was lost in my family. Personally, I don't know the reason why, but I'm going to rediscover it, and I don't think they came here in vain. So here's my point. Here's my main point. I personally think he's going to walk away from this. And I don't like the way this administration is going. So there's my reaction. Comment below what you want me to react to next. You may think that I am unintelligent. You may think that I'm, mature for my age. Whatever you think, sure, comment below. I'll take the hate. I'll take the positivity, whatever. But at the very moment, I am just trying to create content for us to talk about these things, especially Gen Z, because I see nobody, at least from my perspective, doing things like this. So with that said, y'all have a great one. Comment below. Let me know. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to hit the notification button. We'll see you soon.